How's it going? Nice to see you again from a fresh, easy start to the day. Welcome back for another Beach Talk. Thanks for joining me. Now, in one of my previous posts, I was talking about just the 4 Ds of numbers and how easy it is for a CEO or business owner like you to feel overwhelmed by numbers landing on your plate. Now, I had a great example just before Christmas of a CEO who I'm just recently started working with, and I was just asking him, what does he get, or what did he get from his accountants? Now, he got basically just a suite of reports from Xero that are basically just a box tick. And when you put them all together and you put them into one PDF, P&L and balance sheet and cash flow and this and that and whatever, 48 pages of numbers, no graphs, and I'm not surprised he's overwhelmed. And I asked him, can you just circle or highlight what numbers you look at and send the PDF back to me? And he was like, I can make it even easier than that. I just look at one number. And I was like, what's the number? And he goes, how much money's in the bank? And I'm saying, well, that's interesting. I mean, it is a number and it's a good number to know. But instantly, I want to know what's going to be in the bank in 60 days' time. Less concerned about today, but what's going to happen over the next 30 to 60 days. Anyway, so you can see that as a CEO, he's just given a report by default. Here you go. But it's pointless. And he looks at just one number, which to me isn't even, it's a good number, but there's a lot of other stuff to look at. So my obsession, I guess, working with CEOs is to create what I would call a one-pager. That one-pager can be something that just has a bit more than one number, but isn't mind-blowingly just a database of numbers and expecting you to try and figure out what the good stuff is from the not-so-good stuff. And also, CEOs just love graphs. So can we just make it a bit more visual? And you can see that most CEOs I work with, their default is numbers isn't really their comfort zone. So if you want to introduce people to the world of taking stuff really seriously and getting on top of stuff and owning the numbers, you've got to find a way to work with creative people, make it a bit graphical, make it a bit easy to look at. But the one-pager can be gold dust, not just for a CEO, but when you sit down with your board or your investors or your leadership, you can see the magic happen when everyone's looking at the same page. Amazing. They can have more than one pager, but you can have one key issue on each page that just draws out the key issues. You got a lot of brain power sitting around your a table or on a Zoom call. The magic starts to happen. The right answers in the room and the numbers on the page or the graphs on the page is making it so much easier for us to see what's going on. Anyway, I'd be curious to see in your comment or in the comments below if you are totally overwhelmed by pages and pages of numbers that just get emailed into your inbox to tell you how you're doing, or if you've been successful to try and get a few more graphs into the fray, or even just get it down onto one page. As always, thanks for listening to these videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now.